Okay, this is going to be one of the other combine ones that we saw from the weekend. We're going to be following Goku. Goku played Agni in this game. He was mid. There was a loss. He went 5, 6, and 12. He's currently in Diamond 3. How do you think he played? I think I made mistakes in terms of bursting with Adjeptis and trying to escape a Kali by dashing away when instead I should have just Aegised. Okay. Teamfight positioning and surviving in them. That's what you struggled with. And laning phase and mid game was what you were comfortable with and you feel like you perform well. Okay, cool. What I will do, this is not something I normally do, is discuss picks and bans, but because you're in a whole team scenario and all you players should have good understanding of what goes on in a team scenario, I will discuss picks and bans. So, your team was first pick and you first of all elected to do ban Sirket. I'm expecting Sirket, Ao Kuang, Nox and either Thor or Sylvanas. They're generally the bans that we see on EU, so I'm expecting to see those again. If it's anything unusual from that, I'd be surprised. Generally, what you leave yourself open for first pick is certain things. Sorry, I'm not going to say that. It's going to be Ao Kuang, Sirket, there's Kali, there's Nox, and there's Thor. Thor won't get banned because Kali's available. Kali will probably be the ban. And if it's not the ban, then it'll be something similar like Thor or Sylvanas, I'm guessing. Because this is EU and that's how we play at the moment. Wait for the last ban to come through. Pretty standard so far. Generally what these bans come down to is like what the jungler's going to play. Can the jungler play Ao Kuang? Can the jungler play Sirket? Can the jungler play Kali? Now you've got a decision because you've got... They took away Sylvanas, it's Thor or Kali. We normally pick Kali right first pick at the moment because everyone thinks he's really, really strong, which he currently is because of chins, but that'll change. We went with Thor. I'm okay with the Thor pick, honestly. It's a better early game than Kali has, but it means that you've got to shut Kali down earlier on in the game. What do you give up for that Thor first pick? You give up Kali Geb. You give up Kali Geb here. What could you have taken instead? Geb, but then you'll give up Kali Thor. But then how often do we see Kali Thor in the same game? Well, some people are starting to realise that Kali can be running the solo lane. But overall, the Thor first pick is fine. Okay, Kali Osiris. So it's a very physical, nasty frontline team. We're picking Agni early. I'm okay with the Agni pick early. Agni's good against Kali and it's good against Osiris. He's got good mobility to escape and he's got CC to deal with it too. Plus being magical, you know, the benefits. There's not many mid laners that can deal with Kali Osiris as effectively. Even Yana struggles against Kali a lot of the time as well, to be fair, because she's very, very good at cutting him down before he can even get to his portal. The only thing I don't like about that is the Apollo pick. It should have been Geb. It should have been Geb there, and now this lineup is already freaking disgusting looking. From what you can see, Geb, Osiris, Kali, it's like GG, let's play, let's dance. Oh, you're going to get us low? Nah, I'm just going to shield him, says Geb. That Apollo pick should have been Geb. This is the EU meta though, like we were still riding the train of Apollo Best Hunter, which he's very, very strong and he's in the meta and he should be strong, but by doing that, you're giving up other things on the map that are more important, honestly, than the Hunters right now, and it should have been a Geb pick instead of Apollo. Now with the counter bans coming out, they've taken away Athena, which means you've only really got Ymir available, but now that Ymir's available, Ymir's not very good against Geb, it's good against Kali, it's alright against Osiris, but Osiris can walk through the wall and stuff, so now you're limiting your support options. The Giannis ban, why are we banning Giannis? I'm not sure. I know Giannis has great mobility and rotations and stuff, but at the same time, Agni can punish that in the lane. Agni's really, really good against Giannis early on. There's not a whole lot Giannis can do in terms of keeping up with an Agni early on in the game, and he's got better push power than a Giannis. Agni does, so you could really have just left Giannis up here. You could have potentially banned a Hunter away, considering you went for a Prime Hunter pick, is one thing. I would have considered like banning away a Hunter. You could have banned Anher, because Anher's like, it's Anher, Apollo, and Rama, right? Rama started to fall out of favour in EU. You could have banned Anher, forced him into that. Cumber pick, awesome, but it's Durgis, so that makes sense now. Like, Durgis is one of the only ones that understands how good Cumber is against Kali. And he's actually pretty good against Osiris too, honestly. Taking those two out the fight with melee attacks is important. Herc into Osiris is fine. It's kind of a matchup you expect to see. It's a 5-5 matchup. Like Herc, Osiris, Herc, Bakasura, Osiris, Bakasura. All of those are 5-5 matchups pretty much. They would go even throughout the whole game, so there's not much to really talk about apart from them. Apart from as the game goes on, when Osiris does get hold of chins, then Herc has a few issues, but by that point Herc should be Herc, you know? The raw pick's our last pick. Would he have gone raw there? Well, yeah, why not? I mean, you've got a crazy front line that you can just sustain up from the back and snipe when they're busy trying to kill off the danger man. I mean, the danger man for your team is going to be Carly Osiris every single time. Carly Osiris is the danger man. So you're going to be looking to force them down. Cumber should be dealing with Carly. Osiris should be dealt with by Thor and Hercules for the most part and taken out of that fight. And then your job will really, honestly, you'll be able to bring down the Carly, support the Osiris, and make sure Anher stays out of the fight. Ra's, Ra's pickable by any of them, really. I mean, the Thor into Ra dunk, Thor dunk onto Ra into Agni bombs means that Ra is gankable in the mid lane. That should be the focus target in this game, honestly. Herc versus Osiris is 50-50, so you're not really going to get much gank potential over there from Thor. Thor should be looking to dunk down onto Ra in mid as much as possible and abuse his positioning, so it's up to Ra's position to be good. Cumber Apollo versus Geb and Anher. Cumber Apollo have the lane push in this lane, and do they have the better matchup? It's kind of even, I think, but the push is definitely in Cumber Carter and Apollo's favour in the early stages. Team fights around Gold Fury, around mid Harpies at the start. Snipes are dangerous at mid Harpies, but also at Agni bombs. Agni bombs actually outweigh the snipe, honestly, because it's easier to position them than a one snipe through other people. Plus, you've got Thor at the mid Harpies too. Carly's early game isn't the greatest. Geb's ultimate is good, but Cumber Carter can take Carly out of the fight. So I'd say blue team has the fight at the Harpies in the mid. And we'll go into the game and we'll see how it is. Okay, so we're loading in. We'll get to work. We're going to be following Goku through this one, so we're going to stick to him. As he said, he already gave us a report of how he thought the game went. He said his positioning in team fights he was a bit concerned about. He felt like that was what let him down, was position in team fights. You made some mistakes in terms of bursting with objectives and trying to escape by dashing away from the Kali. We'll look for that fight as well, in particular, if I can. It's a long game, Goku, and when I think it's over, I'll probably stop it, or where I don't think there's any much more I can teach you or give you advice on. We'll go through it and just see how it starts at the beginning. You're in lane early on against a Ra. Why 2 health potions, Goku? I don't get the 2 health potions. I mean, the reason you normally go 2 is for extra sustain in lane, but, I mean, I know Agni's not heavy on mana, let's be clear. I understand Agni's not heavy on mana, but the difference is that are you realistically going to take that much poke from a Ra that you're going to need 2 health potions? Is Carly realistically going to catch you out enough to force 2 health potions off you in the early game? Would the 2 mana potions allow you to be more aggressive by spamming your abilities more often? I mean, you could take the 2 health to be aggressive too, but by taking the 2 health to be aggressive, it means that you're willing to take more poke. I guess you can, yeah, I understand what your point is. I just feel like 2 mana means you could spam your abilities even more often. You could clear the wave even quicker because you're not scared of spamming on it and push it into tower. But I mean, pushing into tower against Ra, hey, it's not that easy. Go group it up at the start. I'm glad I'm backing up with your teammate, that's normal stuff. There's always a really commentate on that. You like followed your teammates, supported them when they warded, stayed as a group. And now we're in lane. Yep. I like that you stood in the heal a little bit longer just to give him minion aggro. Good punishment, really good punishment, really good punishment, pleased with that. That's exactly what you should be doing, punishing as much as possible whenever he makes a mistake. He line wave through you to clear the minion wave, but you're in perfect position to aggression back. You should still clear that through the heal, which is good. And you got good push power against him as well, that's really nice. Just to point out all the poke you've taken so far in this lane, like he's already healed up and you're not had to use a health potion yet. I know this is really early on, but this is my point about the 2 mana. Bit of unnecessary, like, getting hit by the Celestial Beams. You don't have to get hit by them just because you've got the potions, and just because you're trying to farm, you're like, yeah, I'll take some free poke. You don't need to. Why did he take the red? Why did he take the red? Was that a misplay? That must have been a misplay. He must be happy now because he's not going to be able to get speed now. That's got to have been a mistake. Oh, the fact you didn't stay for the wave, you just rotated straight away. You're level 5 nice and early on. 2 minutes in. We're up to 1,000 gold. We still not spelled a health potion. This is all good stuff so far. Back to farm mid lane. Back to farm mid lane. Mid harpy's coming up soon. You're already going to be back in position for them. What's the team going to choose? You should be choosing left ones here, the Gold Fury, because of the fact that you've got a better team fight at this situation. Plus the Apollo's rotating too. This should be clean up crew for your team right now. Should be clean up crew for your team. And likely you're not spamming your abilities already. I'm glad you're waiting for your teammates to get in position for that. I don't think you needed to use all 3 there though. Remember, it's still Geb. He's still going to have thingy. But it played out alright. I think you could have got away with two bombs and saved the 3rd one, in case you needed it. I don't think the 3rd one really made that much of a difference, but just watch your back out of interest to see if it does make a difference. I like the fact 4 went up in the air then again on the screen after the rewind. We'll just watch this back out of interest to see if there was anything else you could have done differently. I like the fact you try to keep Geb pinned because you know Thor's going up and you got Cumber and Apollo rotating around, so I like the decision to just go on him. But I don't think you need to waste everything on him. You only hit Geb. Yeah, the 3rd one I'm not so sure about. Like, the 3rd one didn't really do anything. Good backup. Good backup from the Celestial Beam now. Yeah, seriously, just that 3rd bomb. I don't know if the 3rd bomb was really needed. If you saved the 3rd bomb, you could have positioned so you got somebody else lower. You're going to get both mid-harpies out of that. And think about it, if you had that bomb now, you could make sure 100% that this guy's safe. Like, you have to stand there and just look at him like, hey, I'm threatening here. Oops. What button are you on? You're a 1. It's not a big thing, really, that 3rd bomb, but at the same time, like, by having it, it would have been more of a threat. I mean, they didn't realise how many bombs you had, I guess, because if I was Kali, I would have been tempted to go for that Kali, because there wasn't anything you could really do. Not that I would have noticed at that level, but still. Back to farming again. Not placed your ward down yet, which is understandable because you've got a wave to clear. Keep an eye out for when you choose to do that, and where it's going to go. Oh, you've placed 1, sorry. Did you buy 2? I think you did, because you must have placed that one over there. I'm glad you're just leaving lane as well. Like, you're doing the right sort of stuff, you know? You're leaving lane. You know speed's up around this area, so you're looking for an invasion at some point. Bad news is they've got a ward. Unfortunate with the stun. Unfortunate with the stun. Be a bit more patient with the stun next time. Oh, I shot back one more time. Just see what you could have done differently. Now you know Kali's in the area with speed, you know Blue's available, you don't know where Ra is in the map. Actually, you do know where Ra is now because Ra's over here. He's just on your ward. So, we know Kali's probably at speed, we know Ra's just crossed over the mid threshold here, and you've zoned him off. You walk towards him for the Path of Flames, okay. Sorry for the Flame Wave. Didn't have to leave though, did you? I mean, that's my kind of my view on that, is I don't feel like you had to leave. You could have just hung around here and been that zone. Like, you gave him the zone of escape by walking towards him to an extent. I know you went for the full combo with the Thor, and Thor missed his stuff and you missed your stuff too. If you would have landed the stuff, it probably would have confirmed the kill earlier. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, if he chose not to use the bomb and let the teammates close in the gap by just standing there and being in his way, it would have been as effective as stunning him in the first place. And then you still would have had your stun, you still would have had the zone control to keep him off from getting around that angle, which is the way you went in the end. But you did it for safety too, so that's fine. I can understand Kali was potentially on that side of the map, but you still had your cooldown, so it's a way up. It's only a small thing. Good pressure. Boots online, 2 more wards, okay. Good juke. I like the deep ward for the red, honestly. I think the deep ward for the red's fine. Don't overward though. You've not really overwarded yet. Your team as a whole kinda has though. I don't know why. Good bomb. Really good bomb. You split the uprights with that, which was perfect. You forced them in different situations. It's a shame your Apollo doesn't want to dive in for that, because he could have done. But that should give you Goal Fury opportunity now, because you've just forced them both back. What I want to be seeing from you here is zoning. You should be zoning. That's what I want to see out of you. Or using your Path of Flames for the damage, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree, because now you've got no cooldown, so luckily your bomb can come up. Good, you zoned. Really good. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Good, just stand in his goddamn way so he can't go in. Oh, the mistakes were made. But you got it. Oh, they got it. That was really unfortunate. That was a really bad play. And it wasn't your fault. It was a bad play, but it wasn't your fault that at all. That was really unfortunate. Just gonna watch the end of this quickly. We'll watch the whole thing again, actually. We'll watch the whole thing through this, because it was actually quite interesting to discuss. The one thing you should be doing as a mage in the mid lane is, in those situations, you've got to work out whether you're on zone duty or not. And your zone duty was really good. I was pleased that you noticed you were on zone duty. The Path of Flames, though, I know you were trying to help bring it down, but it lost your escape for a little while longer. This ward is good, which we discussed. It just means you could get caught out of position with your ward coverage. What I want to say about ward coverage, like as a whole team, you've warded here, here, and here now. So there was a lot of wards down. Probably just slow down how much you're warding if this team's warding this much. Like Gold Fury as well. You could have probably done away with that ward, but the ward's going to run out soon anyway, so I can forgive you for it because of it. I'm not trying to say it was totally wrong. This poke mid was fantastic from you though, realising you had that aggression. Oh, Apollo didn't have ultimate, that was me talking crap earlier then. I missed that bit. Because you could have gone in with the Apollo ult, but hey. This is a whole team. This was a misplay. The reason this was a misplay is because Apollo should have been tanking it. And it looked like it was the Kumbhakana that tanked the whole thing. Clearly. And that just put him in a bad state. Yeah, Kumba tanks the whole thing. This is why they die, and this is why you lose Gold Fury. That's the mistake there. The Path of Flames being on cooldown now means that you can't do much around this area. You've got to watch your position a lot better. This 10 seconds is a long time. Slow it down. Bomb's good. You create the right zone, and you focus on the right target, which implies about Kali and Ro are technically low. They're not the ones that have a Hog 3 to be able to contest this or deal with this. Does he even have a Hog 3 anyway? No, he only has Hog 1, because it is early in the game. This is really unfortunate you lose this. Please you turn round, you're not going to deal damage. This is good. This is the next bit that I really like about you when he rolls out. You just body block him. This is good because it stops the rollout so he can't get in there and get the immunity. Didn't really need the Path of Flames though. You didn't really need the Path of Flames. Sorry, the Flame Wave. Blah. You could have just body blocked him and saved the Flame Wave. Because then if people do come in like this, you've still got it available for poking them back out and trying to keep them off it. Because you weren't going to kill him, let's be honest. They steal it. Now what are we trying to do here? You're trying to protect Kumba to an extent, I'm guessing. Apollo's just GTFOing because there's nothing else for him to do. He's got no mana, no HP. They get the gold. You just sacrifice him here and give it up. But then I feel like you misplay this bit. Or maybe not because Thor was coming in. Sorry. Thor's coming in. You wait for cooldowns to come up. This is okay. Got hit by Cataclysm. What you thinking about? Well, he's already dead before you get there. He's dead too. Oh, we went aggressive, yeah. We went aggressive. I know what you were looking for because you try it and you missed the Path of Flames, I think, on the Agni is the reason he sorry, the Vra, that's why he doesn't die. If the Path of Flames was on him, you had him. I can see the play. You're really trying to get that kill. You got to give it up there. You had to give it up earlier. This is. I don't feel you would have done this in like a competitive game, Goku. I feel this is because this was Combine, you wouldn't have done that. Because it was Combine, you wanted to do that to try and show that you had skill and you knew what you were doing, but it was the wrong play, honestly. You should have just given that up earlier. Like that was trying to show skills for the Combine because it's a one-shot thing where you get to show off some skill, and in doing so you can like bait yourself into a bad fight. Honestly, you really wanted the kill on Ra to try and make something out of it, but it just wasn't worth, I don't think. You could have just backed out. After doing the Flame Wave stun Path of Flames, because you missed the Path of Flames, after doing the Path of Flames and running away, that should have been it. You should just walk back to base and lived. And if he lives, you know. That's all you can do about that. In the end, because you chose to stick around, you gave up an unnecessary kill, which added to their scoreline to an extent. It was only a small... Yeah, I mean, it was not just a small mistake. It was a mistake, and I know why you did it, though. I know why you did it, because it was Combine. It wasn't... It was greed for the Combine, is the best way I'm going to put it. Greed for the Combine. Wait for you to come back online, and we'll continue through. See, look at the goddamn ward coverage from Blue Team. This is too much warding. This is just too much now. Like, Hercules is warding your spots for you as well now. In this situation, if you got this many wards coming down on the map, I wouldn't be buying wards anymore, honestly. I wouldn't even bother with it, it's too much. At least I wouldn't be placing these until most of these expired. Fine with the build, I don't feel you need actives against this composition as Agni, so it's cool. Work on the Bancrofts, it's great sustain for you as well. That looked messy. That looked really messy. The rewind function in this game sometimes is so weird. At least in this view, anyway. Just want to watch this play over again. I'm only silent because I'm trying to watch to see what happens. Yeah, we miss everything there, really. Oh, that was just unfortunate. That was just unfortunate. The death was unfortunate. The misplay, this wasn't really you. This was just a whole team, honestly. This was just a bad communication thing in my eyes. Like, you're trying all in raw as a team, and it doesn't work out for you, because the setup's wrong. The thing is, you're so used to, as playing an Agni player, to use your 4-1 combo, and then drop your last 2 bombs, this is what you exactly do. The thing is, though, you don't need to drop the 1, you don't need to stun him out, is the big thing here, because this route is keeping him in place for your damage anyway. Like, this route that comes down now, means that you don't have to land the stun. And you should have known that that bomb was positioned a little bit. I guess because he was walking forward, but he backed off as he saw the combo coming in. So you used the stun just because you're so used to doing a 4-1 combo. You could have saved the stun for the next one. Like, if you would have gone 4-4-1, it probably would have worked out a little bit better for you. The knock-up screws you over too. Yeah, you're still trying to poke him down, you're not going to get anything out of it. The rotation was big. The pings were coming down for it. And I could see the way you were looking for the Path of Flames. Could you have Path of Flames there earlier? Yeah, but would you have still died to the Osiris? Yeah, probably. Probably. Team trying to make something happen is putting themselves further behind, really. That's what I saw there. We're back online, though. Back online, what did we see? Okay, beads. Yeah, I'm down for the beads. You realise that kind of... If you had beads in that situation, then it would have helped you out. Beads is probably the normal call as well. There's no reason not to get beads, it's OP. Eating that Celestial Beam, though. Eating that Celestial Beam was no need for that. 1 down. Good stun. We should be getting this tower now as a team. We should be getting this tower. Or checking red. One or the other. Red's up. Cool, we see it. I like your ward placements, to be honest. People are warding so much that you're kind of just like, well, that ward's going to go down soon, so I'll reward that spot. But I'll ward deeper and get even more vision in their jungle. At least you're using your wards right, and you're not just like wasting them. I was worried about overwaste, but your individual ward placement's fine. You get something out of that fight, which is good, which is their red, their blue. It would have been difficult to push down the whole of mid with the people being there. Ra's out of mana here at the moment. That corner one, just be careful with these ones. Like, I just want to mention these. Especially at like a diamond level, you know this yourself by doing it. I'm not a big fan of these sometimes, these bombs. I'll show you. Comes up soon. This bomb that you do here, I'm not a fan of it. There's a few reasons for it. A, are you going to kill her? No. B, what is she getting information out of this, and what information are you getting out of this? The information you've already got is the fact that she's there. The information that you're giving her is you've got a ward there. That's the problem with that bomb. That's the only problem with that bomb, is you just gave full vision to their team saying, hey guys, there is a ward placed here. Be wary of it, you know? That's why I'm not a big fan of those bombs sometimes. It's not going to get anything out of it. You've already got the information that you needed from it, and you're not going to kill her. I do it. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. But when you think at a higher level and you really, really think about it, giving away the fact that you've got a ward there is such a you know, a detailed thing that just is something that takes you to the next level. You know, it takes you above my level because I do it too. Path was a good decision there. There was no reason to get involved in that fight. You got what you wanted and you got out. Cool. Why are we still fighting him? Not sure why we stayed in. You took unnecessary poke then. Do one more time. I hate the fact I've got to go through it like 3 times to get to the point because of the rewind. Right. Thor's gone in, but you're worried about the Osiris, I'm guessing. You're ignoring the fact that Thor's just gone in on. So's Cumber. You drop bombs on this Osiris instead of going on this fight in the middle lane. Not so sure. Not so sure. I know you're worried about the Osiris rotation, so let's see how you play this. Because I feel like you take more poke than you need to. And it ends up forcing you to go back. The second bomb. Actually, the second bomb's not as bad as I thought. You took all the poke beforehand, so that's fine. Change my mind. Not going to criticise on it as much as I was going to. I was going to say you took unnecessary poke by dropping the second bomb, but you didn't. You took unnecessary poke. Well, you took poke from the rotation. Potentially there was kill opportunities in mid. At least you could have blown the ultimate on Carly, you know, if you would have stayed for the mid. But hey, it's fine. And at the same time, there's a combine, so, you know, comms are always going to be perfect. Maybe the Thor didn't tell you he was going in or something, I'm not sure. The thing about the combine, it's such a weird thing to do because of the fact that it's technically a ranked game to an extent, where you don't know the individuals, but at the same time it's supposed to be treated like a team game in terms of you should all be using comms and communicating everything that's going on just like a pro team would. So it's a bit of like 50-50 give and take on that. We're going to try and do a Goal Fury because we've got Hercules over here. I like this call. I like your positioning for this so far. You tried to burst, okay. Was it enough burst though? Oh god, they get... Oh, you get it, okay. I'm glad you did that because I was going to mention you could have done that. I think if you would have done that earlier... See this gas? I was going to say just put gas down here. You don't have to actually do anything, but just putting gas down makes people stop walking through it. If you would have done that a little bit earlier, Goku, because it was available, Yuketsu would have seen that, and if he would have known what was going on, he could have just walked through here like, what's up, boys? Follow me if you dare, or you're stunned. You know? I like the decision you made. I just think it was a little bit late. I'll explain it again once we get to exactly the moment you could have done it. Because you had it available, and I was going to commentate on it if you didn't do it. You did do it, it was just late. The bomb burst is okay here. I mean, the problem is you waste absolutely everything on it, but at the same time, that's you kind of plan to burst it down while Hercules is on zoning duty, and hope you can abuse that situation. You get it in the end, which is fine. I'm still fine with your positioning right now. There's no reason to get all the way in there. There's nothing else you can do. You've dropped your whole cannon barrage on everything. I'm still glad that you stayed to an extent in this fight. There's no reason for you to back out just yet. But you do reposition yourself based off the fight, which is good. It's getting at this moment where you're like, okay. Remember, Nox's fume lasts so long as well. I mean, it stays on the ground for 10 seconds. 10 seconds this stays on the ground. And yeah, it's a mind games thing. You might not realise it, but right now is the moment you could put gas down. If you could have even put it down a second or two earlier, but if you've dropped gas now, he should realise this. You could even shout him and go, yo, 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 I've got gas, I've got gas, I've got gas. You tell him you've got gas down, he'll understand what you mean and come towards you. Because if he come towards you, you've got zone control here, they're not going to come through. See, now, he's looking at you like, bro, give me the gas, bro, I need the gas now. And you're like, nah, bro, nah, I'm done with you, peace. And he's like, fine, no gas, I guess I'll have to juke this way. And then you're like, what, they're coming for me? Gas, boys, you ain't coming through here, come at me. And Geb's like, no, bitch, I don't want to get hit by that shit. That's kind of how this goes on, you know? Do it a little bit earlier, that's all it was. You do it, but it's just late. Poor Yuketsu, man. He even asked for your help. Cobra kills himself. Rip. Cobra kills himself. There's nothing you could do there apart from reposition. I'm fine with that. Chase is rough here. I could see you were going to do that. I could see you were going to do that. Now you're dead because of it. Or maybe not. Kali was low. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Who are we looking for? Why are we not going here? 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 Why are we not going here right now? You've got bomb, you've got gas. Right here, right now. Should be on this target. Kali's more of a... We said this at the start of the game when we picked the bands. Kali's the threat. Kali's the threat. You chose this. You chose this. If you went on that, she was dead. You went on that, she was dead. She'd use the jump as well. She'd use the jump and that's why she still dies. I guess you relied on the teammates for it, I guess. But you would have confirmed it a little bit earlier, I guess. If you would have gone for that one. Poking him down now pays off because of the fact that they did still manage to kill Kali. And they've pushed him away from the tower enough. It's one of those things though where you went for like a 60% chance of a kill instead of a 100% chance of a kill, you know? That's how I looked at it. Red buff, red buff, red buff. Whoa! Why are we not doing the red? Why are we not doing red? Why did we just ignore that red? Like, you still got teammates with you. They're healthy enough to come to the red buff with you. You got combo corner with you as well. You know you just forced them all back to base. You've got opportunities to do red here. I guess you're worried about greed. I guess you're worried about greed. You went for mid harpies instead. You give up the red though. I'm not sure. You could have got red. Could you got red? Could you got red? It would have been risky, but combo was with you. Like, combo with you as well. Hercules was there. You could have got the team to come in for that. I guess they didn't want to. Alright. Just talking. It's risky. But at the same time, I felt like you had the pressure to be able to do it. Good bombs, good bombs, good bombs, good bombs, good bombs. Flame wave was not good. Good bombs until flame wave. Oops. Following the wrong person now. I want to watch that back again. This rotation for Cyrus was good. I like this rotation from you because there's no pressure in mid lane for you to have to deal with. On top of this, it's bad play from the Cyrus for not realising you're in a ward. You walk over 2 wards here, but Osborne should have seen this. Don't know why your Kessie didn't come with you. He's got Boulder. Oh, does he have Boulder? Oh my god, I've had that up the whole time. Sorry. That's bad of me. There we go. Should have had that up the whole game through so I could see. No, he doesn't have Boulder. Okay, I don't mind him not coming in now. When did we use Path of Flames? I didn't see when you used Path of Flames here. That was my issue. That's what I was trying to find out, where your Path of Flames was used. That was the whole point of looking at this. Again, was when you use Path of Flames. There. Why do you use Path? Oh, it should be on cooldown again. It's off cooldown. By the time you get to this fight, when do you use it? Ah, Goku, you shouldn't have used it. I don't think you should have used that. I don't think you should have used that. Bombs were good though. The reason you shouldn't use Path of Flames is the fact that if you had Path of Flames up, he was dead. You know that, yeah. That's the thing with Path of Flame. Like, it's good to close gaps and stuff, but sometimes using your mobility to close a gap sometimes hinders you in the main fray of it all, I guess. Because in the end, all you did was clear a wave and force him back to base, and Hercules got back too, so you just evened the wave for another while. You could have potentially killed him if you kept Path of Flames. We're gonna go on him again now. This is good. Notice how you don't walk up to him this time. You just missed the stun. Okay. Oh, shame. Wait for more bombs. Hanging around. Hanging around. Hanging around. I don't feel, from the first 15 minutes of watching this, I don't feel like you've misplayed at all, honestly. I mean, the only misplay I saw you do was go for that Gold Fury kill, you know? That was it. There's nothing else that stood out as really bad. Maybe you could have saved a teammate or two more with the gas, but I don't see that many mistakes. Supply giant attempt, okay. You're low, what are we doing here? What's our plan? You should be zoning, yeah? I hope you're on zoning duty with this HP. No, you're going to go on burst shoot instead. No, if they steal this, you've got no one on zone duty. I'd have potentially gone on zone. I don't even think you're going to get this now, are you? Because they're all going to fight instead, because they're all getting low. Would have been different. Would have been different. I'm looking at this from the sort of standpoint of a team, whether you should have gone in and tried to burst and help the team out here, or you shouldn't have. That's my question. You didn't have Apollo, so they probably did need your burst because it's only Thor and Hercules. But at the same time, they do need someone on zone. You're the only one weak enough that can't do that much damage because of your HP bar and your HP bar and what abilities you've got available. Does Apollo come? I'm guessing he does. He just comes late. Really late. How late does he come? See, I'm fine with you throwing auto attacks down. You got no wall coverage behind you. There's just a few things here because it's like I feel like they want to burst it down. They're technically going to do more damage to this than you can, but you can actually do some zone duty, which could slow them down. I'm trying to work out if the potential damage that you put out is worthwhile of you doing this instead of coming around here. It's kind of a 50-50 call. So even though I might say you should have zoned, it may have been a 50-50 call anyway. I'm just trying to say there's multiple options. Like because you've burnt everything by the time this happens now. Apollo doesn't rotate. I mean, Apollo should have ulted here. Has he ulted? Yeah, he has, but I felt like he was late on this rotation to burst this one down. I don't think the damage was warranted enough. I don't think you could have done enough damage to really burst it for them, to waste what you did. You probably should have zoned. You probably should have zoned. That's all I'll say on that one. If you zone there and Apollo does come in like that, you probably killed Carly, or at least forced her ultimate really, really early on before this fight even starts. Because you could just sat in the zone range here, drop the bomb, drop the gas, make them back off a little bit, made them realise, hang on a second, we got a badass over here who's zoning duty. Because no one zones is why the fight goes so bad, and you don't actually get anything out of it. Oops, unpause. I think with your limited damage that you had, because you've only got Bancross, I think the call probably should have been on zone. That burst was fine though. I had a decision, just get it down nice and quick. I'm just watching the Goon Squad now, your decisions, at least your decisions of what to choose to do. We're trying to Goon Squad and push down towers here, I feel. Ooh. You're alone, you're alone, you're alone. Good decisions to back up. We're in tower range though, take into account tower range all the time, tower range all the time. You could have got aggro then at some points. Good attempt with the stun. Watch positioning. I could see that coming. The re-engage was coming. Watch positioning. I know you had to back out. I probably would have just like walked right down here and repositioned right to the back of this fight. Always make sure you've got your face to the enemy as an Agni as well, just because like putting your back to him is just so risky. Good dash though. Really like the dash. Really like the dash. It was preemptive. You saw it coming in as the blink happened. That was nice. Considering you didn't have beads, that was good. Flame wave? Flame wave, boys? Flame wave? No, you're not going to get flame wave out there. I'm fine. Show the threat, but don't get too close. Good bomb. Good bomb. Good choice and target as well. You knew you had Path of Flames up, so that's good. Well, bad you didn't really get anything out of it. I'm happy enough with your positioning. The dance around the goal for Fire Giant. The only thing about this dance is you're not getting experience, yeah? There's experience here for you. When did that experience get there, actually, before I comment again on that? Yeah, experience is still there. This is the problem. Like, I'm seeing this out here already. I know you get these, but you should have gone mid here. You should go mid right now. Like, Kumba's there and Hercules is there. You probably should just pick this up quickly on the way. There's nothing else you're actually doing here apart from just wandering. You guess you're looking for the Osiris pick. That was risk. That was risk what you chose to do there. I mean, you knew Osiris was there, and you were rotating for him, you saw him come, and then you saw Kumba go on that target instead, but you still had the threat of Osiris in your back. If I was Osiris, I would have chunked you like a mofo right then, just because you had the opportunity to do it for free. But there was a bit of mid-experience you could have took there. I guess it was the call to make sure they were doing Fire Giant, but at the same time, like, you had two people there, they weren't doing it. You could have gone back mid. You're just missing farm. I mean, you're not missing farm by choice, I'm guessing. You're trying to stay with the team, but you're missing farm. I don't understand these sort of engages that are going on when you've got no map pressure. That's the only problem I have with these sort of things. I mean, you've got map pressure on this lane. If you lose this fight, they get a tier 2 tower mid lane, or a fire gen into a tier 2 mid tower. That's why I talk about these lane farming the lane, not just for your personal experience. It's also because like map position of how the map is actually positioned at the time of an engagement. You always want to make sure when you're trying to engage, for the most part, you want to have map position to either capitalize on it or make sure you don't lose anything if something goes wrong. Light decision to go around the back. Path of Flames to close the gap, okay. The only problem is it's going to be on cooldown now, because you've not got beats 3 to this round. Really good bombs though, really, really good bombs. This is where Path of Flames usage is going to hurt you a lot. But thank God you've got Flame Wave. Oh, stop getting hit by beams, you could see that one coming. You could see that one coming, Goku, just step left, come on.
You can't blow me out this quickly.
That was a funny joke, Agni, you're very funny. This is farm mid, farm mid. No, I'm gonna go farm mid. Okay. Scared of Carly coming in. You're actually jungling more than you farm in the mid lane right now. I've noticed now that you're gonna come, if you do come anywhere near this mid lane, the mid lane's reset. You've lost like a wave and a half of experience. Oops. Yeah, Carly's just cleaning up house now. And there's not a whole lot you can do about this. So what should your decision be? Mid lane's still farmable. You're doing back camps again. I'm pretty sure mid lane's more valuable to you than those back harpies. Instead, Cumber's the one that's soaking him. I feel like I saw you missed like 2.5 waves of experience there. And I'm not trying to say it was all your fault, I know you was a team thing and you listen to the shot caller, so that's cool. But at the same time, like, you just gotta have a little thing for yourself as well. Because sometimes like, do the call, but also do what you should be doing at the same time. Pressure in left and pressure in mid at the same time, because the minion wave still pushed in. Kumba goes in early, which is risky because you've not got the backup just yet. You give up the tier 1, that's fine. Good bomb, really good bomb, really, really good bomb. Really good bomb. Use beads for cooldowns, that's fine. Don't use this path, don't use it. I can see you looking for it. Don't. Good. Good. Cut off the angles. Autos, 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 autos. Very nice. Even the gas was good too. I'm down for the gas there. Should be a gold. Zone duty, nice, nice, nice zone duty. Nice zone duty, keep him away. You burn the mages, body block, really nice, keep him in combat as well. Path of Flames was good to disengage, that was nice. That was really nice, Goku. I like that. You did exactly what you're supposed to do when you're on zone duty, that was really good. You didn't get yourself in a bad spot by doing it either, so that was good. A lot of people don't realise it's just body block Geb when he's in that sort of form. That was well played. It gets underestimated how important like body blocking and zone control is, and how to do zone control effectively without getting yourself in a bad spot. Good decision for the stun there, just to burn the Medjais. I'm down for that, but you didn't actually get the Medjais, did you? I know what you were going for. I thought you actually got it and you didn't. That's a shame. And then I'm guessing the team's decided to back up. Well, Cumber's gone back to base on Herkaz for wards, I'm guessing. You're on zone control again in this fight when the Fire Giant starts. Now you push out mid lane, which I'm pleased about. I think this push left is really risky. I don't know where you are going. You're going wandering. This is like a wandering team of like, well, we've got nothing to do. What should we do? I guess you were checking the buffs because there was nothing much up, but the Fire Giant is a threat. And by giving up the pressure that you had on this side of the map, this is for your individual play more than anything, Goku, because I know I'm talking like a whole team thing here, but it is a team thing as well. Like, the whole team's giving up pressure on this side of the map here was just a mistake. I feel. I don't think there was a reason for everybody to traipse off around this side of the map. You knew Gold Fury was down. The red buff should still be on the same spawn time as the speed buff, which it currently is. The blue buff is probably the only thing that's coming up soon, but it's not going to be up yet. And what you did there was like give up all this control that you had around here. It wasn't massive amounts of control anyway because they had a sentry down, but you had some wall placements here, and if they wanted to come in and deal with stuff, it's not the greatest. And by moving over the other side, it means that when Kumba comes in here alone, he can get picked now. It's not a good call from Durgis to come in here, honestly, alone in this situation when he's not got full vision of what's going on the whole map. Actually, I'm lying, so you're blue team, aren't you? Yeah, you had full control. So I don't know why you left this area. You should have been trying to catch targets and burn Medjais and things here by just hanging around. Just hanging around here. Instead, by your wall traipsing off to the other side of the map, you kind of give them the chance to go in and clear it up and ward, if they wanted to. Got the wards the wrong way around, but it's fine. The good news is they didn't abuse the situation because they didn't know where you were on the map. And then we get a pause. I'm going to stop there actually, not because I don't want to continue watching, I just think there's not much more to really talk about Goku. I think your decision making as a whole is pretty good. There was some overly aggressive moments, and I think that was down to the combine. If the next combine happens, when the next combine happens next week, Goku, and you come into this and you do it, what I'd like to see you do is think more about what you'd normally do in the situation. Don't go for the highlight reel plays, okay? The players that, most of the players that got actually noticed were the ones that didn't really go for highlight reel stuff. They just played normally as they'd normally want to. The ones that went for the highlight reel stuff, or the stuff that was really intelligent but just it didn't show that they understood the game correctly because they were going for overly intelligent plays instead of just showing basics, were the ones that didn't get noticed as much as they could have done. Like, I feel like if you, I don't know if you did get scouted or not from this Goku, but with how I saw the play come out from you, it was fine. I'm not sure about the Chronos pendant though. Do we really need that? Why wasn't? Could we have not done with Rodder Tahuti there? That was the only thing in your itemization I'm not so sure about. I mean, Agni's like cooldowns aren't monstrous anyway, and the damage from a Rodder Tahuti there probably would have been better. I know you don't have the gold for it, I'm guessing overall, but Rodder Tahuti could have been done the other thing anyway. But yeah, I hope that works out for you well, and good luck in the next combine if you do it, man. I hope to see you casting in at least in the challenger scene at some point.